Why do people troll the Fast and the Furious series? Why is it even famous? Why does it even get trolled even after being so famous and having earned millions? Would it have been still famous if Vin Diesel would have not been there? Can't wait to know the answers to these questions? We can't wait to tell you. So, what are you waiting for? Like, share, comment on this video. And don't forget to subscribe on this channel and hit the bell icon for all test updates. Watch the whole video to know all about why people troll Fast and Furious. As you're likely mindful, there are sites explicitly dedicated to figuring out the body included in films. Initially, we can discover the numbers of individuals Sylvester Stallone butchered in Rambo 3, the current complete of characters killed by Arnold Schwarzenegger between the years 1984 to 2003, and the numbers of savages that met their producers in The Lord of the Rings Return of the King. It's much of the time the case in any case that such posting just keep count of the quantity of on-screen passings in a specific film. Fan takes 2 body check of 37. This exclude the 230s or something like that traveler who meets horrendous fiery destructions when William Sadler's psychological militant causes Windsor Flight 114 to crash into a runway, nor does it incorporate the possibility co-founding member of individuals killed when Alderaan and the Death Star exploded in Star Wars. This brings me rather chaotically to the Fast and Furious establishment, commanding its 12th birthday this June. The Fast films have continuously spiraled away from their road dashing roots into the always costly and touchy domains. Presently recognized by their ridiculously amazing tricks, different regions, and monstrous acting, the Fast movies are expendable, affable fun. However, underneath all the chit-chat and firecrackers, there are more hidden powers at play. Similarly, John and Holly McClane seem to disregard the passing of 230 individuals without a second's idea towards the finish of Die Hard 2. So, the Fast establishment has pushed through America's turnpikes like a juggernaut, destroying vehicles and making underhandedness an endless number of casualties for over 10 years. Also, in each films delivered up until now, those sickening misfortunes have passed by completely unremarked. How about we start with the latest film first, the present summer Fast and Furious 6, previously SAS, vehicular fighting trained professional turned frantic thief Owen Shaw, arranges a progression of rapid attacks on military guards wanting to get his hand on some pretty costly and dangerous electronic equipment. In one such assault, he appropriated a tank and pounced handfuls and many vehicles underneath its wheel. Even though we see a few drivers figure out how to scramble from their vehicles later on until Shaw's tank rides directly over them, a portion of these vehicles had drivers in charge. This scene feels as a successful delineation of what a terrible reprobate Shaw is. However, it's in no way, shape, or form a detached occurrence in the Fast establishment. In 2011, Fast 5, we see the film's pack of legends drag a colossal safe loaded with the cash through the road of Rio, utilizing their vehicle to tow the thing to security like an outstandingly hefty troop. Be that as it may, as they do as such, they cause uncommon harm to pretty much everything in a 10-mile range. The Protected crashes through the front window of a bank, sending its client escaping in fear. The camera removes at the perfect second, yet all things considered, no less than 2 or 3 of those individuals were killed or possibly genuinely harmed by flying glass. At a certain point, we see the protections collide with the side of a squad car with such power that it's lost an extension. But presently, except as the cop inside was extremely fortunate, he was most likely stumped obvious when he hit the water and sank into the lower part of the Brinny with his destroyed watch vehicles. Strangely, there is only 1 second in Fast 5 where the movie producers endeavor to promise the crowd that nobody was harmed, and that is close to the film starts. At the point when Vin Diesel's rebellious technician's Dom is protected from a moving transport, the vehicles destroyed simultaneously. We see the transport roll a few times with a few dozen detainees actually tied inside it. And rationale dictates that the subsequent savagery ought to have been horrendous. Yet, considering all the things, a journalist reveals to us that the accident incredibly brought about no fatalities. So, when the busload of detainees were found, there's as yet a question mark looming over pretty much every other vehicle experience in Fast 5 and 5-6. That truly kick up a score. Yet, thank heaven that a load of many regular folks and cops got vehicles solid. Indeed, even the ones who crashed into the Protected at a joint speed of around 120 miles each hour. Proceeding once more into the fogs of the establishment, we can see a similar sort of wanton obliterations, but not at an incredibly exciting level of the latest movie. Vehicles run into each other at strange rates, and some flip over and land on their rooftops. In the 4th film, an SUV crashed into the side of Cantina vehicle. In any event, the driver would have experienced horrible whiplash. Then, at that point, we come to Too Fast, Too Furious, a quite possibly the most appalling failed-to-remember setbacks in the whole establishment. It's so terrible, it merits separating into a little photograph article. From the get-go in the film, a gathering of drivers is given a tryout by drug noble Carter Ferrone. Among them are Paul Walker's covert cop Brian and his new companion Roman. The gathering's assigned to recover a secret thing from Ferrone's Ferrari situated in a police park somewhere else in Miami. So like the wacky racers, they run to their vehicles and set off on a cheerful race up the closest turnpike. Everything appears very carefree from the outside, with Brian driving in reverse at 88 miles per hour and Roman making little entertaining little jests. What's more, occasionally we slice to this chap driving a red Mustang. Until this point, we have not discovered what the person's name is, or who plays him. He doesn't have a name, and that he played by one of the couple of dozen tricks entertainers recorded in Too Fast, Too Furious 2's credit. At any rate, it's as of now that the film starts to become obscure, endeavoring to follow Roman's vehicle as it travels between two gigantic trucks. The chap in the Mustang unintentionally cuts one of them and starts to shake around like a pinball. We slice into an inside shot and see the frenzy in the driver's face as his Mustang ricochets sickeningly from one of the truck's enormous wheels. Presently caught, the Mustangs flip around and squash like a tin foil. The driver allowed no opportunity of getaway and presumably met his producer on that mysterious Miami road. As recoil initiating as this incident is, nobody else seems to see it. We don't see Brian or Roman look in their wing mirrors with sickening apprehensions. Instead, all we get is this chap who wears the statement of an understood man's. He ventured out from the home with the chicken actually broiling in the broiler. In any event, when the race is finished and Brian, Roman, and the other enduring drivers climb out of the vehicle, they don't have extra seconds to discuss the person who got killed underneath the wheels of an exploded truck. The Fast establishment has never been about the truth of driving vehicles rapidly. There are no speed cameras, episodes of nausea from moving around, or minutes where characters incidentally knock off their wing mirror in store vehicle sleeves, then at that point need to timidly stop, get out, and toss now crushed wing mirrors onto the spirit seat. You never see Vin Diesel remaining along the edge of the street, grumpily siphoning up a punctured tire with a corroded siphon he brought from Halfords in 1992. You don't see Paul Walker beating up the screen wash on his Nissan Skyline or cleaning bird crap off its rooftop and swearing at the pigeons flying overhead. The Fast films are a bit of fun, four-wheeled dreams where you'll accept an ex-grappler can fly or that vehicle can travel at 90 miles per hour in the switch. And yet, we can resist the urge to feel frustrated about the guiltless street clients, the persevering cops and clueless racers we have expected in the Fast flicks, whose individual destinies are scarcely seen by the series' primary cast. So, this was all about today's video. Like, share, comment on the video, and don't forget to subscribe on this channel and hit the bell icon for all test updates. Watch the whole video to know all about why Fast and Furious is trolled by people.